Well folks, welcome to Triggs Tackle Travels. We've got a new camera. We've got a new camera and we've got a new mic. So maybe, just maybe, the audio and the video will get a little bit better. Well, the videos aren't going to get any better. The video quality might. But if I'm in it, it's not going to get much better. I'm keeping it local. I'm at Drains Bay. Not a well-known mark for its fishing. In fact, it's bloody awful for fishing, but it's local, and there was no weed on it. It was round the corner at Ballygally, and there was loads of weed on the beach. I did try wetting a line there, and they were getting swept up by something, and a couple of times on the reel in, they were snagging on something as well. So whether it's churned up some rocks or whether some of the swim marker boys or something have got caught up and they sat into the water, I don't know. But it didn't look like it was going to get any better as the tide came in and started pushing the weed off the beach and into the water. So I gave that up. I want to keep it local. It was just a quick getaway tonight, just to try the new camera and the new microphone, really. So it's one bag of rag, a few frozen baits, and we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, Ballygally. Well, yeah, Ballygally did look pretty bad, and then I'm fishing Drains Bay now. It's surprising that it doesn't fish well, because, you know, Black Arch is just up there, and that can fish all right. But then I suppose that's, yes, it's a rocky mark, and it's away from the bay, and I think sometimes you do see boats off here dredging and things, and that's maybe what's keeping the fish away. There's just nothing for them to survive on, and they're getting swept away. Blame the commercials. Keep them offshore. Anyway, yeah, so Drains Bay, it's going to be a quick session. Just fish the tide up, see how we go. If we don't get any interest on the baits, yeah, I can call it early. And if we do get some interest, I can drop hook sizes, what have you. I've got the Sonic Black Bass rod with the Aquos reel, and I've got the Vercelli rod with the Akuma Surf. So the Sonic Black Bass, that is out with a Wessex rig, 1.0 hooks, might be 2.0, can't remember. Rag on that, and then I've got whole small herring out on the Vercelli. Not actually fishing a ledger rig, it's just fishing straight on the bottom. It's not distance. It's just to see if there's anything about. Dogfish, anything. If we start getting a few nibbles, at least we know there's something about. And if there's interest, I can always drop hook sizes or change the baits. If there isn't dogfish and there isn't anything else, then yeah, I can go bye. But importantly, if you're liking what you're watching, even if you don't like what you're watching, like and subscribe, it does help. And let me know in the comments if you think the video on the audio looks any better compared to previous videos. Would be interested in your thoughts. And if anybody wants to know what I'm using to film these days now, ask away, I'll let you know. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Little intro, you know what we're up to. Maybe bring you back for the bait change, or if we get a fish. See you later. Okay, first rig's in, off the Sonic, the Wessex rig. God, I can't talk again. Right, so Wessex rig, all you've got is top hook fixed in, leads on a little sliding ledger clip there, and then the bottom hook is there, so nice and free running. One fishing higher up, I'll put a floating bead as well to keep that up, one fishing lower down, and that's the rig. That's what we're throwing on the Sonic. Anyway, let's see. What should we put on here? Do you know what? Let's mix it up a bit. Bit of sand eel, I think. Where's my knife? So much what there is. Turn that off so don't blind you. Right. Mix it up with some sand eels. Still frozen. So all I'm going to do with the sand eel, probably not see it, take the heads off, take the tails off. There's 3 there. So what we're going to do is, we'll take the top hook first. And that's on a little slide as well, just with a bit of that elasticy stuff. Can't remember what you call it. Not bait elastic. The other stuff, red stuff. I don't know, don't care. It's Friday, been at work all week, leave me alone. I'm just going to thread that on the hook like so. Pull it over the hook. I'm just going to throw it out like that. I'll put a bit of bait elastic on it as well, just to hold it in place. Just wrap it up lightly, just to stop it getting washed out too quick. The fact it's frozen, hopefully he's going to keep it in a bit of shape for a while, 10 minutes or so. Right, bottom hook, same thing, except I'm going to thread one on, and they're not big sand eels these, I like the slightly bigger ones personally, but I did have some good success with sand eel last year, so I'm a big fan of it now. I didn't used to be when I first started fishing. I don't think I really knew what I was doing. Right, so one's on the hook, just to give it a base, and then I'm going to elastic the other one onto the back of it, so they're both elasticated onto the hook, like that. Make sure you go all the way up the eye of the hook, around the knot, just to hold it in place. A few twists around there, and then back down. Make sure you go under the hook, right to the end, again to stop it sliding up that way. And more importantly, to make sure your hook point doesn't get covered. And that's what that looks like. Nice fishy bait. See if there's anything silvery out there. Say no more. Right. I'll turn these off and get this out there. Bye bye. Okay folks, second rig come in. I'll put the head touch on and move the camera angle down just so I don't blind you. Okay, so there's a rig. Very simple sliding ledger rig. Nothing fancy at all. No big distance on it. Maybe that'll be my downfall, I don't know. So the herring came back a little bit worse for wear, but maybe a few small crabs or something having a go. So, change things up a little bit. I'm going to go for a whole squid. And let's try some bluey, I think. What else we've got in here? Mackerel, a herring. Actually, do you know what? The herring's already open, let's use that one first. Right, I'm going to put the squid on whole. It's going to be a bit of a chunky bait, this. Top and tail the herring. Do we want to use a bait tool on this? Maybe. Right. Use a bait tool. I'm going to put both ends through the herring like that. They're not sharp, so don't worry about hurting yourself. All I want it to do is hold the bait on, like so. And I'm going to bait the two of them, tie the two of them together first with elastic. The bait tool's just giving me a platform to work with. Unless you snap your elastic like that. Look it all the way up the herring and as much of the squid as will cover that. What I'm trying to do is use the squid to build the scent trail, and then the herring is the actual fish bait. That's the theory anyway. Just checking out the rod there. Still nothing. Right, that's enough of that. Tie that off. Slide off your bait tool. And the easiest part of that to go through is going to be the squid. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Through the top like that. Pull it through. And through the bottom. And through the head. And just pull that back on itself. Just to hold it on. Then get the old bait elastic again and whip it on to your hook and your line, just so it keeps it all nice and straight, remembering to get around the eye a good few times. You want to make sure you stretch it as well, so as it all defrosts and shrinks, that elastic's going to contract and keep everything tight onto the hook. If you tie it on loose, the elastic's not really going to hold the bait's shape as everything softens up in the water. Right, that should do us. Big bait, try and get the scent in the water, try and get something encouraged around. I think it's like a 5/0 hook, I think. Right. Wish me luck. See you in a bit. Quick update. Yeah, well, as you probably know, no fish. Because I haven't seen any fish. Not even any interest on the rods at all for, I'm guessing, crabs. A few of the baits coming back a little bit chewed up. So what do you do when it's not fishing well? Change things up. So the little Sonic Black Bass rod, that is still out there with the Wessex rig and the sandhills on. Obviously change the baits and freshen them up a few times. Nearly out of sandhills though. And then the Vercelli rod, I've changed that from a big bait down to a 3-hook flapper, just to scratch about, see if there's anything at all, and I put that out with the ragworm. I've also changed that to a rolling lead as well, so if the fish are holed up anywhere, hopefully that'll roll in, find them. Best we can do at the minute. As I say, Drains Bay doesn't fish particularly well. A few times I've done it. I mean, I've had one bass off here, and that was, what, 2 years ago now, I think? Yeah, and other than that, just the odd coley, small pollock, and shore rocking. But, I mean, it's a tough time of year, but still. We can only try, and as I say, when things aren't working, try something different, change it up, see how you get on. Drop your baits a bit shorter, change it to a different bait, change to a different rig, change the hooks. Just try whatever you think until you get onto something, if you get onto something. Anyway, enough ranting and raving and talking nonsense. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Let them baits sit and drown for half an hour. And bring them back in. Unless I get a bite. And then I'll get all excited. And it'll probably be nothing. Fingers crossed. See you later. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Fish on. probably lost it now, running for the camera now. There we go. Come on, yes, come on. Yeah, I think we've got something. I hope it's not weed. Remember, this is a 3-up flapper with a 4-ounce lead on, and it definitely feels heavier than every other time I've sent it out. Put the torch on. Please don't be weed. That's a fish. Kind of fish. Ah, it's a fish. It's a nice collie. All right, bud. All right. Nice collie. There you go. Fantastic. First fish of the night. Only fish of the night. Nice collie. Right, I'm going to get him unhooked. I'm going to get a photo of him. Get him on the measure and all that good stuff. So I'm going to turn you off while I deal with him and get that rebait and get it back out. But it's not a blank. Well, that's a fish unhooked and away. Yes. Happy days. It's amazing what one single fish will do for your night, isn't it? Yes, it's only a collie, but it's, like I say, 31st of January. We've had some crappy weather. People are saying the fishing's crap. Yeah, it might be crap. We've only had one fish all night, but we've had a fish. We're not blanking. And that's all we're really bothered about, isn't it? Not having a blanket. So I'm chuffed to bits. Can relax now. Yeah, so that took ragworm on the flapper rig. So I've just baited both rods back out. Still on a 3-hook flapper on the Bocelli. We're still using the Essex rig. Slightly bigger hooks on the Sonic. And that's the last of the sand eel gone out on that. So I'm just going to use the last of the ragworm up, I think. Keep that other bait protected and frozen. Yeah, happy days, fingers crossed, see if we can get another one. It's, what time are we on? Just had my phone in. 11:15, so just over an hour to high tide. So we'll see how we go. We'll probably fish up to high tide. Certainly use the last of the ragworm up. And let's hope we can get one more fish, eh? What is that? What is that? What is that? That was a good bite, that. Went to grab the camera, the rod literally went over. Still feels like there's something on it. It doesn't feel that big, but the way the rod was shaking just as I grabbed the camera. Oh, the other one's going now. Or is it? I'm not caught on it. Crap. What's going on? Another collie, good collie. And that one's gone. Yep, fish on, fish on. See? Change your rig, change your baits. 3 fish in about 50 minutes. I guess another collie. That's all right, we'll take collies. At least we're getting fish now. No, that's a doggy. Second species of the night. Well, we did say we'd take a doggy earlier. Better than nothing. All right. All right. Let me get the big light. There's the big light. I'll turn it off. I hope. Right, hopefully you'll be able to see me a bit. That's a fat doggy as well. Let's check the nasal flaps just in case, you never know. Right, where's the D hooker? Typical. Alright, just in case. Dogfish. Put him down, get the other one unhooked. Another nice size collie on the raggy. Yes. Oh, you're not deep hooked actually. Right in the lips. There we go. Another nice collie. Excellent. Right, gonna get them back. Yes! That's 2 collies, 1 dogfish. I am happy now. I honestly thought this was going to be a blank, so I'm glad it's not been a complete waste of time. As I say, tonight was more about just getting a bit of a head clear and trying out the new mic and the new camera. Obviously filming at night is difficult anyway. It's hard to get the lights on properly, and you know, you don't want to be floodlighting the place and scaring the fish off. So do let me know in the comments how the video's been for you in terms of the quality of the picture and how the audio's been on this one. And again, please like and subscribe. I'm going to finish using up the last of the rod worms, so it's probably 1 or 2 casts left after this. We'll see if we get any more fish. Fingers crossed. We've still got about 45 minutes for high tide, so anything could happen. I'm actually surprised we got what we did. Not bad sized coalfish, to be fair, off the beach, especially this time of year and this area of the coast. So, not a bad result, I'm happy enough. I'll turn these off. If we get any more bites, I'll bring you back. See you in a bit. I took a knock there. But there's a lot of birds flying about, so I don't know if I... Oh, that's not a bird. I don't know if you can see, I haven't got time to grab a big light. There we go. Definitely something. Let me try and get the lights on as well. I don't know if that's helping these folks. Come on, go again. Go again. There we go. Make sure it drags round on. I can't feel anything on that. I'm going to put it back. Too soon, or have I missed it? I don't know. Let's see if it comes back. Oh, now the other one's gone. Oh, blimey. Yeah, that was a good bite. Oh, that one's missed as well, damn it. Come on, come back, fishies. I hope them not to strip the baits off, that'd be a pain in the ass. Come on, fish, come back, come back, come back. Oh, that's annoying. I'm hoping the camera picked up the rattles on the rods there. Like I say, it's difficult filming at night. You don't want to get too close because it's dark and the camera gets in the way. I'll give them 5 minutes. That's the last baits out now. They've been sat there something for 5-10 minutes, and the tide is just about up to my feet. So this is about as far as I was going to fish anyway, up to high tide. Better than I thought it was going to be. I was banking on a blank and it surprised me, so I'm happy enough. Would have been nice to finish with a last fish, but there you go, can't have it all. Next weekend, hopefully going to be out again. There's a club competition. A little bit of a meet-up, so I will probably film some of that. Otherwise, yeah, do the good stuff, share the video, like it, subscribe, get the word out. See you next weekend.